Hey friends, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we will be discussing about square roots, and we will see how to find the square root of any number. And after watching this video you will be able to find the square root of any number given to you within seconds. So let us start. Now the question that we are starting with is 100. So we will first find the square root of 100. Now, whenever you want to find the square root of any number, the first thing that you're supposed to do is you have to find the factors of that particular number. Now, here we have 100. So we will find the factors of 100. Now, first 100. 100 is divisible by how many numbers? Now, 100 is divisible by 100 itself. It is divisible by 2, by 5, and 10. So we are having 4 options, and we can use any of the 4 options. Now, in such a scenario, when you are having more options, do not divide the number by itself. That is, do not divide 100 by 100 itself. Otherwise, your sum will get end in the first step only, and you will not get the square root. And try to divide that number by the smallest number, because when you take the smallest number, then the question becomes simpler, and you don't get complex answers in the end after taking the factors. So here we are having, I am taking 2 because 100 is divisible by 2. So 2 5s are 10 and 2 zeros are 0. Now I am having 50, and 50 I can divide by many numbers. But what I recommend is that you go with 2 itself. Go with 2 till the time you can divide the numbers by 2. So we take 2, 2 2s are 4 and 2 5s are 10. Now we have come at the point where you cannot divide this number by 2, hence we will change the number. So what you have to do is you have to, whatever number you're taking in the first, try to divide the numbers by that number itself till the point you can do it, because this will make the sum more easier and you will not get complex answers in the end. Now here I have taken 5. So 5 5s are 25 and 5 1s are 5. Now we have found the factors of 100. Now how to find the square root of 100? So what you have to do is you have to find the pairs of two identical numbers. That is, here I am having 2. Now I have a pair of 2 identical numbers pair, and here I am having the pair of 5. So one pair of 2 represents a single 2, and one pair of 5 represents a single 5. So in short, I can say that if I have 2 2s, then that is equals to 1 2. And if I'm having 4 2s, then that is equivalent to 2 2s. So listen to this very carefully, because this is the main concept of finding the square root. This is the most important step. Now I have one pair of 2, so I've taken 1 2, and one pair of 5, so 1 5. Now I will multiply these two numbers. So we get 2 into 5, which is 10. So we have got the factors, we have got the square root of the number 100, that is 10. Now, one question must be popping in your mind, that why am I saying that whichever number you're taking in the beginning, try to divide it by that number itself. Now, if that question has popped in your mind, don't worry, I will resolve your doubt, but that doubt will be resolved in the end of the video, because if I talk it about now, then the flow of the video will get disturbed. So I don't want to disturb the flow of the video. So if you want to get your doubt resolved, please watch the video till the end. Now here we are having 100, and we found the square root of 100, but we know that the square root of 100 is 10, which this was a very easy number. So now next we will take a very random number, that is 768, and we will find the square root of that number. Now 768 is divisible by 2, it is divisible by 4 also, it is divisible by 8 also, but I have taken 2. And since I have taken 2, you can see that I am trying to divide the number by 2 itself. So 2 I have divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times. Although these steps can be decreased by taking different numbers at each step, but I recommend that whichever number you're taking, continue with that itself. Don't change the numbers in each step. Change the number only when you're not able to divide it further. So here we have 2 3s are 6 and 3 1s are 3. Now again we have to find the pairs of two identical numbers. So we are having pair of 2, one pair of 2 2 pair of 2, 3 third pair, and this is the fourth pair. So since we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 twos, so this becomes 4 twos. So we have 8 twos, which means we have 4 pairs of 2. So we are having 4 twos. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm saying that we have to find the pairs of the numbers, but here we are having only a single 3. So single 3, what do we do with this single 3? So whenever you're having any number which doesn't has a pair, it is present in the single form, then we will take the root of that number. That is, we will write it in the terms of root. So this is how you're supposed to take the single number. Now here what we have 2, 2, 2, 2 and root 3, which is equals to 16 root 3. So here we have taken the pairs of 2. Here we had how many pairs of 2? We had 4 pairs of 2. So we have written 4 times 2, and we had no pairs for 3. So 3 is written as root 3. So we get 16 root 3 because 2 raised to 4 is 16. So this is how you're supposed to find the square roots of any given number, and using this technique, you will be able to find the square root of any number easily. Now let us come to a very important thing, that why am I saying this again and again, that whatever number you are taking in the beginning, try and solve that number, the question with that number as well. So let us solve the first question, that is the 100. So in 100 we are taking first 5 and we're dividing it by 5. So what we get, 5 2s are 10 and 5 zeros are 0. Next step, we've changed the number. Although we can divide 5 by 20, but we are changing the number. So we get 2 tens are, and again we can divide 10 by 2, but I'm changing it again. So 10 ones are. Now you can see that this factors, we have found it in 3 steps. Unlike in the first time, we had more steps. Now what we have to do, we have to find the pairs. And now you can see that we don't have pairs of anyone. We don't have a pair of 5, we don't have a pair of 2, we don't have a pair of 10. Now what? So we just saw that if you don't have a pair, then you will write it in terms of roots. So here we have 5, root 5, root 2, root 10. Now here your sum has become complex. But it is not that you cannot solve this question. You can solve this question, but you must be known with the concepts of roots. Now we have root 5 and root 2. Now 5 and 2 are prime numbers. We cannot do anything to change these two numbers. But 10, we can write it as root 2 into root 5, because root 2 into root 5 will give you root 10. So here we write root 5 into root 2 into root 2 into root 5. Now this is one important rule of roots. If you all don't know, I'll tell you. I've talked this about this in my previous videos also, but I'm talking it about now also. So root 2 into root 2 is equals to 2. Root 5 into root 5 is equals to 5. So any number which is present as root into root, that will give you a single number. That is, if you have root 3 into root 3, you will get 3. Root 4 into root 4, you will get 4. So accordingly, we can write root 5 into root 5 as 5 and root 2 into root 2 as 2. And we get what? 10. Now you can see that I have taken different numbers at each step, but still I was able to solve it. But the only difference is that in the first sum, the number of steps while finding the factors were more, but the number of steps here were reduced and the complexity was also reduced. That is the only reason why I was saying that try and divide with the number which you are taking in the starting itself, because if you do that, then you will be able to make the pairs easily. So if I have taken 5 and I go with 5 itself, then I will be able to make the pairs of 5 easily. So that is how you are supposed to find the square root of any given number. And I hope you have understood how to find the square root of any number, and you will be able to find the square root of any number given to you within seconds. However, if you all have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section, and for more such videos, stay tuned and study with me.